And welcome into the Backstage Pass. It's a TGIF version here today. And thank God it is Friday and the weekend is just around the corner. I'd say I'm going to catch up on some Game of Thrones episodes this weekend or like rewatch them again just to have something to do for the latest streaming side of things. So, Brandon Morrell, Kirsty Krause here. Show one of two coming up today. Don't forget 5 Central, 6 Eastern tonight. Pleased to welcome on Bobby Amaro, the lead vocalist for the band Saliva, coming on here to talk about Every 20 Years, which is their latest EP coming out May the 7th. Looking forward to talking to Bobby and going over some stuff with yours truly and Jeff McMahon. Thanks also to Toir Guitars and also to Bangtail Whiskey for all they do for the show. You can check them out, bangtail.com, or download the Easy Liquor app, and also tourguitars.us. If you missed any of that, it's at the bottom of the screen. Well, I tell you what, she made some noise on Idol, and we became friends about 2019 when she did a little song called Quarterback Town, which was a song that I can relate to because of sports and just enjoying that as a football coach. And the latest single is making some headwaves out there. Karli Ryan, back to the show. What's going on?
Hey, how are you?
We're doing good. Glad to have you back. And we're going to talk a lot about Young Girl today. But I want to go back to the show because I mentioned you kind of made some headlines there. And of course, I know those things don't always kind of work out the way that people want them, but they do enjoy their experience on it. You learn a lot of good information and a little bit about the industry and kind of how hard you have to work as an artist to get to where you want to go. But what was that like for you to partake in the Idol competition and knowing that each week was going to be a challenge?
So I only made it through to actually see the judges. I did not make it to Hollywood, but it was super nerve-wracking at such an age going in there by yourself. But it was also an experience that I probably will never forget. It was, I learned so much from it. It brought me to be who I am today. So I'm just very thankful. I'm grateful to meet some of the most biggest stars that we have in the world and just have them encourage me and give me advice. So it was awesome. Nerve-wracking for sure. It was but it was super fun. I would definitely do it again. I've honestly thought about it, but never know.
That a good experience to have, no doubt. So it's a good thing out there. Hey, tell me, growing up, because you've got a great sound out there. Mentioned with this latest single that's out there, "Young Girl." Talk about just the I guess the style of the music, the country, kind of who you were jamming out to growing up, the musical influences that you were listening to.
So I was my parents sing, and they're really big into music as well. So I've been shown multiple artists throughout the years, but one that I really stuck with, or actually two, probably Casey Musgraves and Fleetwood Mac. I kind of flow with the earthy and just the super chill kind of country music, I guess. That's just kind of what I'm into. I love anything that just sounds organic. Casey Musgraves, like I listen to her every day. I've just recently started to do Fleetwood Mac at some of my gigs. I don't know why I didn't do them before, but those are definitely my top two favorite artists, I would have to say. They definitely, I want to be like them one day, but my version of them. Artists, they range from anywhere from Fleetwood Mac to like Justin Bieber. I listen to everything. Everything that's kind of like anybody's an influence to me.
Yeah, I mean, I would say both of those are amazing influences to listen to. And I can hear a little bit of Justin Bieber. You got some runs and some fun things in there, and definitely your own style. This latest single is killer. We encourage everyone to check it out. We're actually going to do some live performances today, which is really fun. So thank you so much, Karli, for coming on today and helping us promote your latest single. We love it. Young Girl.
So much, and thank you for having me.
Hey, take me back to the album we talked about last time on the audio side, which was quite a ways ago, the Wildflower, because I know you guys were excited about this. One of the ones we featured on the audio side was Give Me Back My Heart, and just the overall, I guess, when you look out putting out the first full-length EP there, or 7 songs, that full-length album to me, when you look at it, were there any kind of challenges that you guys had, and how pleased were you with the album?
Oh, we were pleased with it by 100%.
Hmm.
It was my first project. Of course, I was very pleased and happy with it. The people that we had behind it were amazing songwriters. The producer that we used for it, he was also amazing. Brought in some amazing musicians for it. It was definitely, it took some time, of course, because writing about 7 or 8 songs doesn't really come in about a week. So, of course, it took some time. We worked really hard on it. We put a lot of thought into it. We definitely had a lot of fun. I got to meet a few new people to write with. Then, of course, I write with just some of my close-knit friends up in Nashville. But it was definitely something that I will never forget. Wildflower will always be my number one. Just what got me started,
As you kind of step off the show, not to, take too much time on Idol, but when you step off the show, and of course, I still kind of tune in and watch every now and then when I get a chance. This crop of talent's really good this year for the season 4 since it came back. What's kind of been the biggest adjustment doing this professionally? When you stepped off the show, you mentioned you gained a lot of knowledge, great experience. I guess what's been the biggest adjustment that you've had to kind of get used to looking at just becoming a solo artist now?
Well, definitely, I know a big adjustment that I will be told no.
Mm-hmm.
It's to just take everything, but such a young only better myself. So I mean, honestly, it's just I need to push myself. I need to work hard.
Mm-hmm.
That's the hard thing about being a solo artist. I'm so hard on myself all the time. But I've got my parents and all my friends in Nashville who are just 100% so supportive of me, and that makes me so happy to have people like that behind me. So honestly, the main thing that I guess would be hard is just me on myself. So I got to work on that, but once I get over all that, I'll be good to go.
Well, time for some music here, Kirsty. I'm ready for a tune and probably a couple here today, and definitely talk a lot about that new single. We were talking about Young Girl, which is out there across all the digital platforms. Just came out a couple of weeks ago there, April the 9th, and definitely that we're looking forward to hearing the song today. Definitely from you, Karli.
Yeah. So I guess I'll start off with Young Girl.
Okay.
Get right into it. Let me.
Sounds good. Yay.
We'll do it. All right. Hey, young girl, how you been? You can't lie to me and say you're over it. I know better. Hey, young girl, I was you. I know exactly what you think you're going through. But those little things mean everything. But I just think you're young, girl. You're still young, girl. So don't grow up too soon. Just do you while you're young, girl. Hey, young girl, it's your time to live it up, have some fun, fall in love with someone, and fall out again, and then back in. Oh, young girl, you're still young, girl, so don't grow up too soon. Just do you while the world's at your feet. Keep that light in your eyes. Don't let that fire that burns in your heart die, young girl. just do you. Oh yeah, girl, you're still young, girl, so don't grow up too soon. Just do you while you're young, girl.
If you're looking for one of the most beautiful and playable custom acoustics on the planet, look no further than Ed Rice at Toir Guitars. Ed is a true artist, transforming exotic woods into magnificent, sweet-sounding instruments. Go to toirguitars.us, that's TOIRGUITARS.us, and contact Ed today.
It's good stuff right there. Toir Guitars. You can check them out at that toirguitars.us, and also Bangtail Whiskey, bangtail.com, or download that Easy Liquor app and get that bottle sent directly to your door. Back here on the show, and Karli Ryan joining us here, show 1 of 2. Don't forget, we get to talk some Saliva at 5 o'clock today, which is the great rock band out there. And we're going to talk about Every 20 Years, which is a new EP coming out May the 7th. So excited about that, with lead vocalist Bobby Amaro coming up here with Jeff McMahon at 5 Central, 6 Eastern tonight. So stick around for that. You know, I love that song so much, Karli. I think just beautiful vocals. And we had a comment over there or two just saying beautiful voice. And I want to thank people, Terry tuning in, of course, and Giff saying hi, Kirsty, which is good there too. So definitely y'all put together a great song. Was this was one that did you write this? Where did this one come from? Give me the backstory.
Yeah, so I did write this. I wrote it with a couple of friends in Nashville too. Really, the story behind this song comes from my idol journey. So just being at such a young age and being told no, and thinking hard on myself, and just being down in the dumps about it all, I just came to a realization. I have the whole world ahead of me. I have so much time to grow. I have so many things to learn, and I just feel like I'm not the only one that really needed to hear that message, you know? So I wrote a song for young girls my age, not even my age, maybe even a little bit older than me, younger than me. They could all hear a song of encouragement like this. So that's kind of how I got the idea of it.
I love it.
Yeah, so is it something that, like, when you perform it and sing it, it's almost like therapeutic, like, keep going, keep on your path. Awesome.
Absolutely.
And it certainly is a very pretty melody, and you sing just as beautiful live as on the recording. You guys, go check out this single. So highly encourage it. We're going to add it to a bunch of playlists over here. And yeah, thank you for recording that live. This is so fun to be able to get to talk to you in person. What's cooking in the future? Talk to us about your plans and your plans for the life of this song, and as you watch it grow. Yeah, what do you have going on? What can people attach themselves to, and how do they find you on social media?
So you can find me at Karli Ryan Music on all my social media platforms, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. You can find my music at Karli Ryan on any music platforms, so like Apple Music, iTunes, YouTube, Spotify, anything like that. But I really hope that this song just does well and takes off, and I really hope that people love it, because I love it. I love it so much. I'm very proud of it, and I know that the people that I wrote it with are proud of it too. But I'm also releasing a few more singles later on down this year. I think my next one will be out probably in June. Haven't really far yet. We're still kind of in this young girl. But I'll definitely be having more singles out. This year I was actually planning to move to Nashville, and things didn't really fall into place that way, which I was sad about. But then again, I'm super grateful for it, because, you know, I kind of just opened my eyes a little bit, and I just thought to myself, you know, like I said, I've got all the time in the world. So I'm 19.
Mhm.
I don't really think that moving to Nashville by myself right now at this young age was kind of for me right now. So hopefully in the next like 2 years, 3 years or so, I'll make the move to Nashville and music will become my everyday thing. Um, but as of right now, I'm just super excited for the rest of these things to come out. Um, and yeah, I'm just kind of going with the flow with what music does for me, with how my fans react to the music, and I'm just super excited.
Absolutely. I mean, that's really good to hear. That's very wise of you. And you know, Nashville is going to be here with open arms whenever you are ready to come. I guarantee it, especially at releasing singles like that. So when you're ready, we are ready to have you. You're yes.
You also, like I said, the last time we had talked was probably about the fall of 2019 before all the madness had come in. I know when I was so impressed with Wildflower and, of course, the journey on Idol that you had, I felt you should have gone further and super talented, one of the best in that competition back when you were on the show. I know it was a short journey, but I was sitting there telling my wife, I was like, she's going to go probably top 10. She's going to get top 5. That's how good I thought you were from the audition all the way through the round. You mentioned you got cut there, but it's songs like Quarterback Town that make people feel something, and your music makes people really feel something too out there, especially this latest single. But remind people kind of where Quarterback Town came from, because that's just a beautiful song.
You know, Quarterback Town, I love that song so much just because I really like my hometown. So I come from a small town. I come from Milton, Florida. It's like 30 minutes from Pensacola. Everybody knows where that's at. But it's just a small town. Like that's really all it's about. Like the quarterback is always like the star of the show, the homecoming queen, the like just things like that. Like very traditional things. Like that's what just kind of keeps my connection with Quarterback Town. I love to perform it. It's just every time I sing it, it reminds me of where I came from. So I'm always going to take that song with me wherever I go. Try to perform it as much as often, and be able to tell the story behind it of how like the idea was just from my hometown, and it means a lot to me.
You had another one too off that album that I liked a lot. It was Kissing Frogs, and that was off of Wildflower too. How much fun was it to put that one together?
It was so fun. There were so many that one. Um, exactly what it was, but at the end, my favorite part of it was always we tried to make it sound like a frog. So at the end, it was like dun 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 dun, dun. And it was funny. But of course, whenever I was at a younger age, I just thought it was awesome. But Kissing Frogs, definitely a lot of the older people seem to like that one a lot. They kind of just get the humor faster than kids my age do.
Mhm.
My parents and all their friends, they absolutely love it when I sing that song at gigs. They just think it's hilarious. So I'm glad that it brings humor.
It does, no doubt. Well, I'm ready for another one here on the show. And like I said, the latest single, Young Girl, is out there across all the digital platforms. And Karli, it's all yours. Take it away here on the Backstage Pass and Dealer's Choice.
There's a cardboard box from Amazon Prime with your name in Sharpie on the side, filled with all the memories that we made. I went through all the drawers last night, packed it up and checked it twice. I'm pretty sure that I didn't miss anything. I guess that's what you're supposed to do when it's through. Well, I don't need the pictures, and you can keep the ring, the one that you gave to me for my sweet 16. And burn our old love letters and tear up every card, reminds me of our first date and all the things I'm trying to forget about. So let's keep it simple and not make it harder than it has to be. There's just one thing I need. Well, I don't need the pictures, and you can keep the ring, the one that you gave to me for my sweet 16. Burn our old love letters and tear up every card. Scatter all the pieces in the dark. Just give me back my heart. You don't want it anyways. Give me back my heart. You can throw the rest away. Give me back my heart. Give me back my heart. I don't need the pictures, and you can keep the ring, the one that you gave to me for my sweet 16. And burn our old love letters and tear up every card. Scatter all the pieces in the dark. Just give me back my heart. Give me back my heart. Just give me back my heart.
The Bangtail pour is comprised of a sweet corn mash base. The front has a subtle sweetness and not too sharp. It has notes of a medium char or white oak for a smoky flavor in the middle, and the tail has a super smooth and warm finish.
And that was a note from our latest sponsor, Bangtail Whiskey. You guys, you can get the Easy Liquor app and it will come right to your door. One of the big bottles. So check them out, Bangtail Whiskey. Happy to have them on board. Here, presented by also Toir Guitars on the Backstage Pass. Karli Ryan, everybody, dazzling us with her vocals today. This has been so much fun to hear you perform live. You're switching over to the guitar, and now you're doing the piano. It's like, what can this girl not do? When did you start the piano? When did you start the guitar? Talk to us about that song in particular and why you chose to sing it today for us. All the things.
So whenever I was young, I'd honestly, around 10, I really got into piano. I wanted to do lessons. I wanted to get in as many lessons as I wanted to, but coming to a realization, I realized that piano lessons were not for me. I thought it was kind of boring. I didn't like having to learn all the little steps in between, so I started to teach myself. So I play based on what I teach myself. Same with guitar. I picked up guitar maybe a few years later down the road just because I know my dad was really into it, and I just, watching him play, it made me want to do the same exact thing. So they bought me my first guitar. It was a little too big for me. So I tried my hardest to play on it. He would teach me some chords. So pretty much all the things that I play on guitar as well, I kind of teach myself. I haven't really gotten into any kind of lessons. But with Give Me Back My Heart, I really enjoy playing this one on piano more than I do on guitar or any other instrument, just because piano is what I started out with, my comfort zone, I guess. So, and Give Me Back My Heart, it just means so much to me because people that I don't even know, come to me about this song through Instagram or TikTok or Facebook, and that's how they find me. They find me through Give Me Back My Heart. And who would have thought my very first song that I've ever written in my life would have taken off as much as it did? My mom tells me all the time, she's like, Karli, you're still getting streams for Give Me Back My Heart on Spotify. I want to say 150,000. It's crazy. I don't even understand how that's possible. But this one, I'm always going to keep this one in my back pocket. I love everything about it. My friends and I, we are very proud of this one. I could talk forever about it, but but yeah, that's my little baby that I keep with me, so I'll play it anywhere. I love to play it.
It's a beautiful song. It is, and that's how good that whole album is. And when it came out there in 2019, Wildflower, which is out there across all the platforms. Another one that was kind of was very, very good out there. I loved it a lot. Was on that record, Another Me. Talk about a little bit of that backstory of how that one came together. Beautiful song.
Thank you. So with that one, I'm trying to remember where we were. I think we were in Nashville with a group of friends, and me and my parents, not me and my friends. We were in, and I had a write the next day, and I was about to go into this write like with absolutely nothing, no idea of anything that I wanted to write about. So I remember sitting down, and I was just thinking, jotting down all these notes in my notepad in my computer, and I was just all my songs, they kind of are just based off of stories. And I just thought of, there's everybody likes a good relationship song. Everybody likes, or a lot of girls seem to like songs that are all about like, there's nobody better than me, because we all know that we're just the light of every guy's life, So I just thought I'd write a song that every girl, could relate to. And even thinking about it now, it goes with people that are in relationships. It goes with me. I'm in a relationship. That one came super easy too. I think we were in this write for maybe like 2 hours, and it was me, Kelly and Troy Walls, and I want to say Russell Sutton. We were I forgot where we were, but we were somewhere in Nashville, and we crushed this song in about 2 hours. Normally it takes like 4. So love to sing this one. It's super fun. Definitely, I would say a lot of people's favorite. They always like it when I sing it.
Yeah, I love what you do with your writing too. That's another thing that impressed me, on the show, and also throughout this first album was you really write from the heart. You write from that personal experience. You write for like holding a conversation in the backyard with somebody, or just like on the patio or something, or a neighbor across the street. You walk outside, hey, hello, how you doing? How's your day? Your song, the singing, and everything in it, the lyricism. Kind of describe that for us a little bit, just the technique and kind of what goes into the Karli Ryan lyricism side of things.
So yeah, like you said, I like to take personal stories from other people. I like to listen to other people's stories and, kind of relate it to things that I can turn into a song. I mean, any kind of experience. It can be about love. It can be about heartbreak. It can be about a dog. It could be about, I just try to make it the best of how it fits me and things that like I've gone through. That's probably the easiest way to word it. Every idea that I get, I try to at least jot down in my notes or into my voice memos, and I'll sit on it and I'll think on it for just a long time, and I'll try to just work it in with things that have gone on in my life, just any kind of life experience.
Awesome. You know what I was going to say is, for being 19, you have such like an old soul in your songs. You really aren't afraid to open up and write deep and really relate to your fans and take something that you're going through and share that with them. And you don't see that often in 19-year-old artists. So I just commend you for that. And definitely old. Have you been told that before? Like an old soul?
I have. I get told about it a lot. The guys that I play my gigs with around town, they always tell me that just hit me with like an old soul.
Yeah, you definitely have a lot of grace and a lot of poise, and you just need that kind of stuff in this industry. So we definitely are on your corner, in your corner, and you're gonna go very far, Karli. We're here rooting for you.
I really appreciate that.
We are, no doubt. And we're going to play another one here because we get to get into the bonus round, and I get to do this. It's my show, so we can definitely play another one here on the Backstage Pass, and definitely dealer's choice. You got so many you could do, and I know what my pick would be, but I'm going to leave this one up to you.
You could be a soldier, doctor, or a lawyer. You could be a princess, a cowboy, or Tom Sawyer. You could be the one nobody sees, the homecoming queen, the one out on the field catching passes, or the kid in the back wearing glasses. In a world where you can be anything you wanna be, all you gotta be is kind. Maybe you're an astronaut, or maybe you're not. You might be the guy holding up a sign at a four-way stop, or the girl who has a dream, who would give anything to be a star. Oh. In a world where you can be anything you wanna be, all you gotta be is kind. I want to believe that we're lucky just to be in a world where you can be anything you wanna be. In a world where you can be anything you wanna be, all you gotta be, all you need to be is kind.
The Bangtail pour is comprised of a sweet corn mash base. The front has a subtle sweetness and not too sharp. It has notes of a medium char or white oak for a smoky flavor in the middle, and the tail has a super smooth and warm finish.
And that smoky flavor will hit you right when you take a swig of that too, no doubt. It's Bangtail Whiskey, bangtail.com, or of course the Easy Liquor app, as Kirsty was saying earlier, man. Yeah, I plan on having a glass tonight. I think I'm about halfway down on the bottle there, so there's going to be a couple of reorders coming in off that app, which, I mean, guys, again, $33 for that bottle, 750 milliliters. You really can't beat that. Also, Ed Rice, thank you for what you do. Toir Guitars out there, and that custom-made guitar is just a phone call or a website visit away. You get in touch with him, and he will take care of you. Karli Ryan here, just a few more minutes before we jump into rapid fire here. And I got to ask you about one that, to me, I put it on my playlist, and I said, she comes back, I'm going to ask her about it. Never Heard Brass Bands came out as a single 2019. Also, I know you're proud of this one. What was the story on that one?
So my grandpa was the one who actually wrote that song. I want to say it was one or 2 years ago. My mom was looking through the garage and she came across all of these songs that my papa had written. So she picked out the one that she kind of recognized. He would sing them to her all the time. So it was like, Karli, like, this is your papa's like songwriting. He plays guitar. He absolutely loves to sing. So I got it, and I kind of went off of how he used to sing the song to her. I kind of went off that melody, but I put my own kind of little spin to it. I practiced it. I got chords to it, and I made this little demo recording of it. And I prepared it for him, and I gave it to him the night of Christmas Eve, just kind of as a gift. He absolutely loved it. He bawled his eyes out. I felt bad because I don't like to see him cry, but I know he was super happy. He was just, it was an awesome moment. That's kind of how the story of it came to be. And then after I found out that a lot of people actually loved it, I went to Nashville and I got it recorded and I released it.
Beautiful song out there too. That was a single in 2019. All right, Kirsty, I'm gonna let you lead off the rapid fire today, and we'll do 2 or 3 of these, and definitely have a good time with this, no doubt.
Yes. We also got Nev tuning in from England.
yeah.
He said really nice vocals. So shout out
like
to
that.
Nev for tuning in and leaving us a comment. We love it. Deborah says hello from Wisconsin. All right, rapid fire. What was the first song that you ever wrote, if you remember the title of it? Or what was it about?
No, I wrote this one that I thought was just like killer. I think I was like 10, and I forget what it's called. Oh man, I was literally just thinking about this before the show too. You know what? I don't remember the name of it. But I remember I wrote it about this boy that I liked in elementary school. And I came home one day and I was just like, writing all about him because, I'm 10 years old thinking about boys. And he wanted to be my boyfriend at the time. I didn't want to be his girlfriend. So I had to let him down the nice way. And I wrote a song, and I think it was called like Sorry or something. Because I remember it was like,
Oh my gosh.
sorry, something like that. I tried to make it cool, but that's kind of what it was about.
Already, that's crazy. 10 years old, man. And that was like somebody trying to be the boyfriend there. You having to let him down in a nice way, no doubt. All right, so I love this one because we get a lot of this is picked up since Kirsty unveiled this. All right, my favorite food is pizza, and I'm saying this because I got a funny email from. I'll tell you about this later, but it was a good email about Catherine Britt yesterday and the pizza question. So now it's become the pizza question here on the Backstage Pass. That email came in from Australia last night, so I'll tell you about that later. It's funny. But let's just say this. If it's Karli Ryan ordering a pizza, and we can't have any if we're invited over, but Karli Ryan's putting her own toppings on it, what are you ordering and what goes on it?
You know what? I always stick with cheese. Always cheese. But a lot of people think I'm so weird, but I'm the type of person that likes ham and pineapple. Like, I think it's so good. But I'm always down for regular cheese.
At least you didn't just say just cheese. You know what I mean? Like you said, you can have toppings sometimes. All right, I got one. If you were to describe yourself in, what did you?
Sorry, my sister just walked in.
She's like asking you something. You're like, 1 second. So if you were to describe yourself in an animal form or a spirit animal, if you will, what would that be?
Ooh, okay, so my favorite animal is a sea turtle. So I guess a sea turtle form because I just think they're so graceful. Like, and they're so cute. I love how like big they can get. I don't know. I see myself as a sea turtle.
And they're like wise too, almost. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? Like they're very calm and
Yeah.
wise. And cool. Love it.
I like that too. And that's the way she seems, calm and wise and beyond her years. You would not even know 19. And I always tell people, go back and watch the audition because you'll be blown away, which, millions of people saw it, but definitely it was a good audition. And honestly, the future of country music is bright with Karli Ryan in it. I know she's going to move to Nashville. And we always say 10-year town, or musicians say 10-year town here on the show. And definitely with lyrics like that, music, albums like Wildflower and the single Young Girl sky's the limit, girl, and we'll look forward to taking that ride with you. And so happy to have you here as a fan favorite on the show here on the Backstage Pass, and always appreciate you coming by and spending some time with us. And best of luck with Young Girl, and keep us posted on all the new stuff when it comes out. Thanks for being with us.
Absolutely. Thank you guys so much. I had such a great time.
Yes,
Always one of our favorites. Give her a follow out there. Karli Ryan Music across socials. Young Girls out there across all the digital platforms. And yeah, I thought I was done for the week, but no, we're not. We're going to talk some rock music with Bobby Amaru, lead vocalist of Saliva, coming up here in just a little bit. Every 20 years comes out May the 7th as an EP. And we're going to talk about Click, Click, Boom, and man, a whole lot. Your Disease and a whole bunch of hits that this great rock band had. So Bobby's going to come on the show here in just a little bit. Myself and Jeff McMahon, thanks to Toir Guitars and Bangtail Whiskey. We'll see you guys here in just a little bit talking with Saliva here on the Backstage Pass. Stay tuned for more.